There it is.
No. And then it has to say, you're live.
I don't think it does. There
Live. Hi. I think it does.
You're right.
Tell us we're live.
What's up, everyone?
We always start talking before we're live. One day we'll get it right.
One of these days.
Yeah.
One of these days.
I don't know about that. Oh, Christina is on time for once. Woo! And Debbie and Fashion Kate and Hunter Cat. I hear you too.
Yeah.
Hunter Cat's back there meowing. Hi, everybody. Oh, you have the phone.
I have the phone.
Of course you do. Of course.
Everyone's coming in. What's up, everyone? Tiffany, Ladies Closet, Elisa. I remember her name wrong. Elisa Goldman. Sorry about that. Fashion Cat. Becky, how you doing? We did see the new. Are you talking about the
the reports?
Sales reports?
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight.
Helpful.
Fashion
super
Cat.
helpful.
I think that's probably what you're referencing.
Super helpful. Yes. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Right before we started, I go, do I look normal? Because I have been looking in the mirror. So that makes me feel good. Good. So glad I made it do a video.
You made it while it's live. You did.
Emojis. I love them.
She saw. Alicia Goldman saw the sea turtle.
Yeah, my nephew looked like a seahorse when he was that little. So it's kind of fitting. Jay says Michelin man or Michelin baby. I'm like, no, it's definitely a sea turtle. Definitely. And I hear the ice cream man still.
No time for ice cream.
No time for ice cream. We have time.
So we are going to do, we went to the Posh Party live in New York City.
Yes, we did.
This
Tuesday.
Yep, Tuesday. And we are going to be talking a little bit about some stuff we heard there. It's pretty cool. And we're also going to be talking about the new sales reports that are out for every Poshmark user right now. Yeah, for everyone.
Yeah. I just got my month one done because I usually do it every 2 months. I keep track of how many packages go out and what sells, but like I like to see what Poshmark says.
Yeah.
And make sure it says the same thing my numbers say, because if it doesn't, something's up. So I really like it. Email. Huh. Are you yeah.
Did you sign up in the link that's below the
it's like
in the video description? First link in the description.
They're automated. So
they're automated. They should come out.
Go.
You got to go through all the pages and then enter your email list and then click through all the pages. You should get to the thank you page for subscribing, and then that's how you know you're on the list. And then you should be good to go. Yeah,
it's all automated. We don't like sit there every morning sending them out, or yeah, that would be a chore. But yeah, it's all automated. Just the first link in the description.
Give it one more shot tonight. See if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll
also
figure something out.
Spam. You know how like Google or Gmail, if you have a Gmail, they have like new folders where it's like promotion and social. It might have gone into a different tab. Maybe not spam, but it might have gone into a different tab if you have never, emails from us before. So that might have happened as well. I don't know if you use Gmail, but that's definitely a thing. Yes, it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, definitely can't happen that way.
So yeah, we drove into the city. I was a closet consultant for the first shift. They had a bunch of them because they wanted people to really enjoy the Posh Party and network.
Oh, thank you, Caroline, by the way, for the congrats. I missed that because we were talking about another question.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
Yeah. And so I did like the first little batch, and I think I got 2 people done. I was supposed to get 3 people done. But like the first shift was a little chaotic. Everyone was getting there, but it was fun. It was at a kind of like a rooftop club. So it was indoor, outdoor. It was very loud inside. Yeah. So a lot of times we were like out on the patio, talking to people. And while I was sitting down with my first or second closet consultation, Jay Spence here went to the bar. I gave him my drink ticket.
Because she can't drink now, of course. So.
Yeah, he got 2 drinks. And who did you talk to?
So I talked to Manish.
the CEO.
The CEO of Poshmark.
Sidled right up next to him. Was like, hey, guy. Of course he would. Hey, guy.
So he got to talking. He took a look at my closet. We talked a little bit, and he actually told me and showed me a new feature that they're rolling out on Poshmark, which is super cool, and I'm really excited for it. So what it basically is it gives you the option to filter out men's and kids' clothes from anyone's closet. So what you do is you select, say you want to find a men's item and stuff like that. You just select the men's clothing option, and it's going to filter every closet you see now. All you're going to see is the men's clothes that they have in that closet. You're not going to see any women's clothes. You're not going to see any kids' clothes. You're just going to see men's stuff. So it's going to make shopping a lot easier. And you can do the same thing with kids. Yeah.
Right now, they already have the option for people that sell boutique as well. Because to sell boutique, you have to also have a couple sales first. So a lot of the boutiques have like a few of their own items in it at first. So it'll say like closet and boutique up top. So I believe the way he was explaining it, it's going to be very similar. Very similar to that, yeah. Closet, you know, if you don't have men's in your closet, it won't be there. Just like if I have boutique items in my closet, so you can select the boutique tab. Well,
when you're searching, you're going to be able to see it for everyone. Yes. So when you're actually searching an item, kids too. So it's going to be a great feature that's definitely going to help produce more sales, especially for men. I know a lot of men have to weed through a whole bunch of women's clothing on Poshmark just to find the men's stuff, and it's a pain in the butt for them, and they don't want to look at women's stuff.
Even in the parties, you have to go into, for him, when he goes into like the main party showroom, like he actually has to like deselect all these things just to see men's clothing. So I think it's going to make the whole shopping experience for, you know, non-women a lot easier and like fluidic and just simpler, which is great. So yeah, who just sidles right up to the CEO and is like, hey, what up? This guy right here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Hunter Cat's playing with Bird.
Thank you very much, Janet Gonzalez. That's a really nice comment. She says, I've watched many Poshers on YouTube, but you both have inspired me by far.
Aww.
Thank you so much, and congrats on your little peanut.
Thank you.
Hey, Robin. Hey, Fashion. Let's see. That could help with sales. You're right, Fashion Cat. So it's going to be a cool feature that's coming out, and I'm super excited to get to dive into it and figure out how it works. And he didn't give me a time frame on it, but it's coming out soon. So he already had it on his. Obviously, he's got like super user privileges on his Poshmark account. So
you think?
So he already had it live on his, and he was showing me how it worked, and he filtered out stuff and did a quick search, and it was really cool. So it should be coming out to everyone really soon. And
he was like taught by the CEO how to use a feature. Like, and I'm over there being like, do this, do that. And I'm kind of jealous that I was doing like a classic consultation.
He's a really down to earth guy. He's really nice. He's approachable. He's nice to talk to. And he goes, if you guys have a chance to go to one of these Posh Party lives, if they're in your area, he goes to every single one of them. So he is always at a Posh Party live. So if there's one near you, even if you have to drive a couple of hours, it's so worth it to excuse me, it's so worth it to go to these just to get the opportunity to network and maybe even get in front of the CEO of Poshmark and find out cool stuff that you don't know about.
Plus, it's more like local to your area. So you do.
We're from Connecticut, Karen.
Yeah, so you do get. So we went into New York City. It was only like a 2-hour drive. So it was like deep, like South Manhattan, like lower Manhattan. So,
Robin, I'll let you know in a second.
It's great to meet Poshers in your general vicinity, even if you've gone to Posh and Sips. Posh and Sips are very local, very, very small and exclusive. Yeah. When you go to these Posh Party lives, I finally met like one of the speakers. They had 2 speakers. It was probably like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. They talked to these 2 girls. Yep. I think they did Instagram live during it. But one of these girls, I've been like talking back and forth with her. She like lives in my, like she works in my like hometown, and I worked in her hometown, and like we never met. We are always just like 2 ghosts in the wind. And I was like, oh my God, you're you. And she's like, oh my God, you're you. So it was like really awesome to have not just like a screen name and like a closet name and like meet people. So yeah, if you have like a chance, it's great. It really is. And people have their own areas of expertise. She was really good with wholesaling. So Yeah.
So, Robin, what we're basically talking about is this new feature that's coming out to Poshmark where you have the opportunity to filter out certain subcategories of clothing like men's or kids. And then when you do that, it's going to turn everything in everyone's closet that you search into that one specific category. So if you're looking for men's items and you select the men, when you go to search anyone's closet on Poshmark, all you will see are men's items in that closet. So it's going to make shopping a whole lot easier for everyone on the app. If you're looking for kids, it does the same thing. So, it's really a fantastic feature that they're rolling out, and it's going to do wonders for sales and for everything. So,
and
it's great.
Shopping too. Like for him, like sometimes he has to like filter so much to find things.
Christina has a cool idea. We should consider making our lives into podcasts after, so I can get tips while I'm doing comps in Goodwill. That's not a bad idea. We've been thinking about getting into podcasts. Haven't done it yet, but it's definitely an option.
Do I have a voice for it? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I have a voice for podcasts. You see my face, you're like, yeah, that's her voice.
Picture picker, that is something that we're just going to have to wait and see, basically, how Poshmark is going to handle the new ruling by the SCOTUS. We're gonna have to wait and see regarding the sales tax.
Yeah, because right now it's up to each individual state to catch up.
So we gotta see what happens first.
And if they'll allow us
stateside and how that goes, and then we're gonna, we'll roll with the punches when it happens. Hopefully, it's not gonna be too much of a sale killer, and we'll adapt. We'll all adapt. If you're a savvy online seller, you're going to adapt to it, and you're gonna get used to it, and 6 months down the road, it's gonna be as natural as putting on your shoes in the morning. So it's something that we're just gonna have to adapt to. I know it sucks.
These new sales reports will help a lot of people, because I know when I first started Poshmark, I was like very haphazard with my numbers. And then I registered my business, and they're like, you got to file your numbers every month. And I was like, I have to do what? And I had to get really like business savvy, like really quickly, and like track everything. So these sales reports that they're coming out with is going to make it so much easier. Because right before these sales reports, all we had was a grand total, right? Like all time, this is how much you've made. And what good is that? When I'm talking like how much did I make this month?
So Julie's got a question. She wants to know the app that you use to put writing in your closet, and she says congrats.
Oh, thank you. I use the easiest app for writing for me is an app called A Beautiful Mess. ABM. It's very user friendly. There's probably like 20 fonts, and you can pinch zoom and put the word wherever and change the color. It's very simple. You come up with a picture for the background, whether it be one of your pictures or a landscape or something like that. It's simple. There's more in-depth apps like Canva and stuff like that. But if you just want to make like a really quick sign, like A Beautiful Mess, like, 'cause you don't want to just sit there for like 20 minutes coming up with like one tiny little picture. Yeah,
Heather, you're right. Poshmark is growing phenomenally well. Manish was actually talking about the numbers. I don't remember the exact numbers, but he was saying like a sale every like 0.3 seconds or something like that on Poshmark right now.
There's more seller stylists than there are Uber drivers.
Yeah, there's more seller stylists than there are Uber drivers. There's a whole bunch of facts that he let out. I wish I got it on camera. I wasn't thinking at the time. Karen had the camera in her purse. I was
put it in my purse.
Gonna do a little vlogging there, but I forgot to grab the camera, and by the time I remembered, it was too late. But he did. He went over this. He went over all this stuff where there's more sellers than Uber. There's more sales than. It's just crazy what's going on with Poshmark. So it's growing every day, and it's getting. They're gonna keep growing tremendously, and this new feature that they're rolling out is going to bring more men to the app. I think a lot of men are going to start migrating over to Poshmark. We're already seeing an explosion of men on Poshmark right now, and it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. So it's really the place to be right now if you're selling clothing. I mean, there's no other place that you'd want to sell. I can't speak for. We don't use Mercari. We're dabbling a little bit in Depop. They're all like, they're not self-sufficient. I mean, with Poshmark, you share, you get sales. You follow people and they share your stuff, you get sales. So there's ways to generate sales on these apps, and Mercari and Depop and those type of places, Tradesy, they don't have the same social aspect. So it's easier to generate a sale on Poshmark, and it just makes it 10 times easier to grow a business and to make a sale. So.
I know a lot of people, some people, not a lot of people. Some people are like, oh, it's so much work, but have fun with it. This is what social networking should be like. Not like, hey, look at what I'm eating for dinner. It's like, hey, I just made money. You know, like that's good. You know, like social networking went a little crazy for a while. And there's a proper way to do things. And
yeah,
that's why Poshmark's so good.
I mean, everything that's good, you got to put a little work into it.
Yes.
I mean, you're not going to get anywhere without work in these days. You got to put the blood, sweat, and the tears into the business. So it's going to take work. And, you know, if it's not for you, then just stick with eBay and sell a pair of jeans for $5 because that's the going rate on eBay right now. And make no money.
Crystal loves the new balance activity feature too. Yeah, that's really helpful, especially if you do a lot of mini withdrawals. We usually withdraw our money like once a week.
Yep.
We like give ourselves a paycheck, whatever. But before I used to do like mini withdrawals throughout the week. So it's really good to see like what you did, when it's coming out, who's cleared, you know, when someone accepted something, and see it actually like itemized. Instead of just going, okay, that's my balance and that's what they owe me. Now you can actually kind of balance it like a checkbook and make sure everything's on like the up and up.
Heather, you're right. YouTube has grown Posh like tremendously. It's definitely, I mean, it's going to keep growing because of YouTube, because of Poshmark users that are on the YouTube and explaining how to Poshmark every day. So it's a great tool to get the advertising out. And Elisa says more men have been following her over the past, and they're all new users, so that's great news.
I think they've been marketing a lot more towards men because they know that this is like a bigger area that they're like branching into, and they're coming up with this feature. I mean, obviously kids don't shop from themselves, but men do. So I think they've been really putting the app, like the ads and like Facebook ads or whatever, in front of more men, and it's been working. Jay gets men followers all the time.
Donna, thanks for picking up the course. We're so happy to have you. Don't forget to join the Facebook group.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, jump on that Facebook group, post it right there. We're in there all the time. There's other experienced Poshmark users that can help you out in that group as well. That Facebook group is only for people in our course. So if you want to get more information on the course, jump on our email list. We'll get that information out to you as well. The email list is the first link in the description, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. So
Thrifty Chrissy says at the end of the month, I'm depositing everything I got, but still need a Posh, so it's not a huge amount. Whatever works for you, you know. Some people will use it like a savings account, you know, if they're not like really relying on that money. So I know some people have used Poshmark to get down payments for cars.
Yeah.
And they've just left it in their like pending balance. Like, you know, this is going to be my down payment. And then they withdrew it all at once and marched themselves into a car dealership. It was like, give me my car. So teach their own.
Dashing Cat. Karen uses Pick Tap Go for photo editing.
Especially for lightening the background of a photo. If it, you know, we use natural sunlight, but Pick Tap Go is very simple. You pick the picture, you tap it, and you go. It's like literally in the name. It's so simple. And there's only like 2 filters that I really use on that. Bright side and daylight, I think.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Simple and easy. So, guys, if you have any questions, throw them in there. We will.
Just like a beautiful mess. I like simple. I like easy. I don't like to get hung up in editing.
Throw those questions in the comments, and we'll get to them. Was there a live Facebook Posh stream this morning about trends? I thought that was a couple days ago.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
That was the day after the party. That was Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
That was Wednesday. Yes, definitely was. And we had met the surprise guest at one of the Passion Sips. Yep, we knew her.
Lachey, trading isn't specifically frowned upon. Forbidden on Poshmark, but it's frowned upon. You're not going to get Poshmark support if you trade. You're not going to get buyer and seller protection. You're not going to get any of the features that Poshmark offers to their sellers and buyers when you do a trade. There's not really anything in it. I mean, unless you really like the item that they're offering.
And you really trust the person.
And you really trust it, because you're going to have to ship out your item, and they're going to have to ship out their item. You're going to have to trust that they're shipping their item to you. So you could ship their item. They could say, yeah, I shipped it. And then they get your item and you get nothing in return. And there's no recourse for that. You can't go and complain to Poshmark because you didn't make a Poshmark transaction. So we stay away from trading, and we don't do it. We won't do it at all.
Trade. We don't want to trade. We want to make money. you know, occasionally when there's something I want to buy, like clothes or something, I'm just going to buy it.
You just buy it. Yeah.
I want to sell my inventory. That's why I bought my inventory to sell it. I didn't buy my inventory to barter it. You know, maybe locally I might consider bartering, but not online. That's for sale.
Yep.
You know,
Christina, if we do comps and see a huge range, we'll go towards the higher end of the range, but we'll go a little bit below that higher end. It gives us room to negotiate
Up
with,
the middle.
and still have room to make some money on. So, you know, if we plan to aim, we'll usually aim to sell at the middle range, but we'll go a little higher than the middle range so we can work the numbers down to the middle range, and that's how we do it. So, it's really that simple when you do a comp.
You're always going to see that one comp that's like so far
ridiculously
out of space. It's like, how did you sell it for that? Like, who bought it for that? You know, and then everything else is more reasonable. And there's always going to be that one that makes you go, am I underselling this thing? Like, what? Like, I found a pair of Madewell jeans that sold for like $159, and I'm like, not even new. Like, what? I mean, they resell for good money, but not $159. Woo!
That's a lot. I've seen those too before with other stuff.
Like
and
randomly one or two high price, and it's like somebody got lucky. Someone got real lucky with a real lucky buyer.
So who's got a question? We need some more questions coming in here.
I'm trying to read.
That one person that sells it for $5. I know, that's the other end of the spectrum. That's ridiculous too. It drives me nuts when I see that. You let something go for
if you sell something for $5, you're making like $2. Like, why? Like, that's more gas money to bring, even if you have the postman pick it up. Like, it's not worth your time.
Yeah, what are you making? Like $2 on that? So
I know some people don't do Poshmark as a business, and they do it as like a hobby / let me just get rid of some of my stuff. And I think that's where a lot of the lower prices come from. People just going, give me a couple bucks, kind of like yard sale prices.
World, we've never had bad experiences with Posh customer service. We email them, they email us back, and we get good responses. I don't know what's going on, but we, you know, if we have a problem, they get right on top of it for us.
Did they email? They should have emailed you back an automatic, like an auto response saying, "Thank you for your email. We will get back to you." And like 2 days, like maximum of 48 hours. Please be patient. If you got that auto response and then continued to email them, you're just like pushing yourself farther down the list. I learned that from somebody, and I was like, ooh, you know, that's not good. So if you got that auto response, wait.
Yeah, just give them some time. They'll get to your case. I mean, they're working for 4.4 million or however many users there are, so they're always going to be getting emails, and they get around to them though. They do get back to you. I found an Elizabeth and James dress. It's the Olsen twins brand. I got it. Yeah. Got a cheap thrill. I saw a question. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Why do so many people sell stuff for like $5? I find it hard doing comps on something I bought at the thrift stores, and someone is selling that same thing for pennies. It's frustrating. I know, it's really frustrating. Some people just really undervalue their stuff and don't care to make a profit, or they just want to get rid of it. For whatever reason, maybe it's something that was in their own wardrobe and they're just putting a tag sale or yard sale price on it and trying to get rid of it, and that's it. But it does happen a lot, and just ignore them and go with the other comps, and eventually someone's going to buy your item for the price you want to sell it at.
There's some sellers that go a lot on like the selling a lot of low end things. Like they'd rather sell like $10 items and sell like 2 or 3 $30 or $40 items, which makes no sense to me, you know. So you'll see some closets that have like everything under $20. That's not our pricing model. You know, that's not our business plan. It's not worth our time. So maybe some of these lower price comps could just be those really quick nickels, you know, quick nickels, and not like a slower dime. So,
so Robin, what you can do, she says, I started in March and did what most newbies do, pick up brands that aren't selling well. I can't move. It's relisted, lowered prices, ran sales. I have a crap load. What you can do is, I don't know if you sell on eBay, but you can move some of that stuff over to eBay and try going the auction route, or you're going to lose money on it, but you can at least get it out. The other thing you can do is send it into ThredUp. Give ThredUp a shot. You can send your clothing into ThredUp, and they'll give you credit to buy either clothing on their from them, or they'll actually cash you out and pay you out. But Karen does with
I
stuff
like
that
it.
doesn't sell. She sends it into ThredUp, and then she goes shopping on ThredUp for some good brands like J Brand and Mother and
Rag
Rag & Bone, stuff like that that's going to sell. And she'll turn like 10 or 15 articles of clothing into one really good article of clothing that she can sell for like $60 to $80. So give ThredUp a shot with those
I got a Johnny
items.
Was dress on a bunch of stuff that just wasn't flipping. Some of it was even donated to me. Like it wasn't a lot of like I've sent in. And I got a Johnny Was dress.
Deborah Cooper Asbury. Yeah. My take on this, I don't like the Supreme Court decision so much. I do think it's going to have some effect on us eventually. I think we're going to be able to cope with it. I think we're going to be able to manage it and handle it. We're just going to have to adapt to the changes and really adapt quickly. And if you want to stay on your feet, you just got to figure out how to adapt. There's going to be ways to adapt. It's going to make sense. Basically, it just comes down to starting to charge a little more for your listings when you have to charge that tax. And it hasn't been worked out. It still has to go to the state level, and all the states have to make a decision on it, and the individual states are going to vary, and it's gonna trickle down. I know there's some states, Karen was saying that
I was reading Pennsylvania and Arizona.
Pennsylvania and Arizona are exempt. So I don't know if there's any other states out there that are like that. But
I just read a sentence and I was like, really? Let's move to Pennsylvania.
But it's definitely gonna affect us for a little while, and we're gonna have to deal with it. It's something that just happened that we can't fight, we can't do anything about, and that's it.
Ricky, you say you always get your purchases from brand new buyers. Is this bad? Like your sales always come from new buyers? I don't think that's a bad thing. I know a lot. If that's what you're saying, if you make a sale and it's from a new person, a sale is a sale. I know a lot of people get like really like shaded out with that, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, this person has no feedback. They have like no activity." But everybody started somewhere. You know, we were just talking about how Poshmark's growing so fast, especially for men. And if you are selling men's clothes or anything, you know, someone signed up for the app and saw your clothes and decided, I'm going to make a purchase from you.
A purchase, awesome. A sale is a sale. It doesn't matter where it comes from. As long as you're getting the price you want and you're both comfortable with the price, a sale is a sale. Who cares if it's new, old, returning,
for like
whatever. It's not a big deal.
5 months straight. Every single person that like bought from him had like nothing in their closet, brand new. No girl clothes. No girl clothes.
Yeah. So we got a question here. How do you apply discounts to returning customers using the code? Karen, you're good at that.
Okay, so when I have somebody that I know is a return customer, I have like something I share to their dressing room telling them, if you know, thank you for being loyal and good customer. If your next purchase, single item over $20, take 20% off. Just add to bundle, because when it's added to a bundle, I will see it's in the dressing room, that little sign I shared to them, and then I will send them an offer on the bundle to include the 20% off. So the sign kind of explains it all, and I send those out to get repeat customers. I send those out when somebody actually leaves me a written love note, not just 5 stars, but actually types out, "Oh, this is beautiful, yada yada yada, I like it," you know, actually types out stuff. So it works enough, you know. It's definitely a numbers game, but people appreciate it. It's kind of like when you go into a store and they put a coupon in the bag. Your next visit during this time and it gets
you those repeat buyers. So it's good to do. It's the really simple thing you can do to get repeat buyers. So I got my first 4-star review. Christina Erickson says, but the comment was positive. Do I reach out? It's something you're just gonna have to live with. I mean, some people are stingy with their stars. It just happens. They don't give a 5-star review because 4 stars is good enough for them. They think that's an exceptional review, and they're not going to go up 5 stars, and it's nothing you can do about it. I'm sure you did everything right, and you just got the 4-star review. There's nothing to you're the only one that can see that too, so there's nothing you really got to worry about on it. It's just something that happens.
Some people are really stingy with their 5 stars. Like they want to be like blown away with like a package. You know, so the only time you can get a star removed or like an actual rating review removed is if like you actually go through a process through emailing Poshmark support and like proving that you don't deserve it, and maybe there was correspondence between both of you and they can tell it was a vindictive left review. Like someone definitely left you a 1-star review because they were ticked over something that shouldn't be ticked about, you know. Other than that, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. I know eBay is a lot easier. You would call them up and talk to them, but Poshmark, they don't see it. They don't see anything under 5 stars.
No.
So it's really not worth it to go through the hassle to remove it. You're the only one that sees it.
No, you don't have to worry about not including free stuff, Christina. If you want to do it, you can. It's definitely something that helps the ratings and all that, but you don't have to. We do it. Actually, I don't do it. Karen does it. So I don't include anything in my men's purchases. I just send them out as is. When a bundle, yeah, when there's a big order. But I don't for every order. She does it for pretty much every order. She'll put a pencil or something like that in there. I don't do that, and I've never had any problems getting 5-star reviews.
We haven't found something appropriately somewhat manly enough that's cheap enough. You know, like a pencil's a couple like cents. You know, like we're not going. It's not
such a big deal though. So I don't. It's not something to get hung up on. It's not going to affect you that much. You don't really have to worry about it. If you want to do it, but don't bend over backwards to do it or anything like that.
Just protect the item. The biggest thing is just make sure that it's folded nicely and protected. Some people put them in like big Ziploc bags they get from the dollar store. I use bread bags.
Bubblegum cigars.
Oh my goodness! Remember those like bubblegum cigarettes that you like. And then like the smoke, like, but it was like chalk or something, sugar. Yeah, they stopped making those. They stopped making those in the 80s. But yeah, you don't need to do it, but each around.
Yeah.
Ebenezer Scrooge with stars.
Yeah, she uses a pencil. We actually gotta get on to what is it? Oriental Trading Company. We got to get onto the Oriental Trading Company and order some customized pencils with the pink flamingo BTQ on it. So that way we can ship out a branded pencil and increase our brand a little bit. We're really working on building our brand right now. I mean, through the Thrifty Flamingo and pink flamingo BTQ. I mean, it's all flamingos and birds. So the penguins. So we're working on building a strong brand right now. And I think that getting those custom pencils is really going to add to the brand that we're building and
my sister started doing the pencils. My sister was shipping for us when I was in Cincinnati and when we went to Texas. And so she texted me a picture today and somebody left her feedback saying that was a gorgeous wrapping job. Love the pencil. She said, I learned from the best. And I was like, oh, you took my pencil idea, huh?
Ricky wants to know if it's bad to order the military package from USPS, not in the military. That's a personal call.
Yeah, I wouldn't really go there.
I wouldn't send out military packaging myself, but to each their own. I mean, if you want to, I don't see what you need to anyway. Yeah.
APOs, do they?
No, I think he's talking about like military branded packaging. I'm not sure if that's clarify that a little bit, Ricky. You mean military branded packaging or shipping to a military base?
Because I've never eBay I've shipped to like an APO, but not.
So Deborah wants to know how you search for a specific seller. You're going to go into your Poshmark app. There's going to be that little people icon on the top, right underneath the search bar. You click on that. It has like a little couple of people and a plus sign on it. You pop that, click on that little icon there, and then you enter an @ and whatever closet name you're looking for, and it'll populate.
So you can put in their closet name, or you can search their email address that they have registered to Poshmark with. So that's also very helpful too. If you know your friend's email address, you can just pop it right in there and their closet will populate.
Yeah. Yeah, Ricky, if you're talking about a care package set for military and it comes with tape and all that stuff, I wouldn't use it. I mean, that's specifically made for care packages that you're going to send over to people overseas. It's meant to be used for that. So I don't know if you want to take advantage of the free packaging that way when there's so many other free packaging available out there that you can use for Poshmark. I mean, you can use pretty much any box envelope or
they have priority mail tape if you're, because I know that you said it comes with tape. I don't think you can order the tape online anymore. I haven't seen it, but go to your post office, spark up a nice conversation and bat your eyelashes. Maybe not you, maybe not a guy batting his eyelashes, but just ask nicely, and it comes in a really big roll, like priority mail. And Poshmark is all priority mail. So you have no problem using that on any of the boxes. If you're worried about like free tape, because I get it. You could go through a lot of tape packaging packages. So yeah, I got some I almost didn't even need to ask for one. She was like, "Oh, here, honey." I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah, just build a relationship with your post office workers, your postmasters, whatever.
They see the purple.
And if you repeatedly use the same post office, they're gonna know that you're coming, and they're gonna give you free boxes. They're gonna give you free tape when they have it. They're gonna give you all that stuff. So just keep going to the same post office and
build relationships.
Build relationships up. Yeah.
I mean, I was able to get the priority mail, the regional rate A boxes, and most post offices don't carry those. But I was talking to her. I'm like, it wouldn't let me select it online for some reason.
And
she said I have them in the back, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Think about it this way too. I mean, tape is just a cost of goods. You can write it off at the end of the year. So the more tape you buy, the less money you're going to pay to the government at the end of the year. So we love it. We love all the write-offs we can get. I mean, a write-off is a write-off. So no matter how you do it, and we're not CPAs, but we know you can write business expenses off, and that's definitely a business expense. So
I'm trying to read them, and every time I'm reading a sentence, it scrolls up too, and I'm like, that's why he has the phone, because I can't keep up. Yeah, Ricky, we went to using a heat sealer because we were going through a lot of Scotch tape, securing our protective bags that we put in our packages. We put our inventory in clear bags, in poly bags kind of. And I was going through so much tape. So I got a heat sealer for $15 and I just, it's I save so much tape that way. I still use Scotch tape. Not as much.
So Gary, edit next list is just to attract the attention of the Poshmark algorithm. It just tricks the system into thinking you're listing something new. So it's going to get that listing fresh eyes. It's going to get it to the top of the searches and all that. So that's what that's for. The label printer we use, Adrianic, is a Rollo printer. There's a link in the description if you're thinking about picking one up.
I love my Rollo.
It is an affiliate link, so we make a small commission on that. But if you want to pick one up and you want to go through our link, we'd really appreciate it. So
it is simple. I have never had the thing jam. I have never had it. You feed the paper in. It's the easiest printer I have ever owned in my life. And I will never go to anything else. So I love my Rollo. Yes. Read more.
You can also get free label pockets so you can use less tape. So that's an interesting workaround.
They are clear packages meant for custom labels. I believe they're actually under custom label form declaration holder. And it is self-sealing, and you put the label in between the two flaps where you would put a custom label form. I used to do that all the time. I probably have 50 of them downstairs before I went to the Rollo. I love them.
Staples has a sale on Scotch tape right now, so that's good to know. Yeah, watch here on my arm.
I can't read.
I'm reading them.
Trying to read. Where do we find really cheap Scotch tape? At a grocery store somewhere.
Do you have a link for the heat sealer on your list over there?
I do not. I tried to create one. I got it off of eBay, but the seller changed the listing. It's no longer available for sale. So it is a 12-inch heat sealer. There were a lot of them on there, but I didn't want to link one that I didn't buy. I was trying to link the exact one that I bought.
Yeah.
And I think I bought one of the last few in their inventory, and it's no longer available for sale.
Deborah Cooper Asbury says, my daughter says flamingo plus penguin equal little baby kiwi bird. So that's what your new edition will be. LOL. So happy for you too. Just bought a Rollo today. Wish I had known about your link. Don't worry about it. You don't have to use our link.
I got a kiwi.
Poshbots is against Poshmark policy. So if you get caught using a Poshmark, you can risk having your account banned. We don't use them.
Laws.
It's in their bio. Yeah. It's in their laws and their regulations. So we don't use them. We don't recommend that you use them because it's going to shut your account down eventually if you get caught using it too many times.
People will try to find you. The moment you mention Poshmark on Twitter or Instagram, you're going to get these people following you saying, get hundreds of followers. We're going to share your closet. Don't do it. Put your own work in. You don't want to get shut down just because you're like, ooh, spend $5 and they could do some work for me. That sounds good. Too good to be true is true, Yeah,
it's just something we don't mess around with because I don't want to risk getting my account banned and lose my Poshmark store and all the followers I built up and all that. So it's just something that I think the risk is just not worth it for that. So we stay away from it. It's not, I mean, it really takes me 20 minutes to a half hour time to share my closet and do some following and likes and sharing. It's like a half hour at a time, 4 times a day. It's 2 hours a day. That's not really too much work to put in, and you can grow a great follower that way.
And if you have all men's clothes, Ricky, like you said, you know, like Jay has all men's clothes, he really looks forward to the men's style party, because then he shares his whole closet to the party room. There was just one. Yeah. It just happened. And then he could go into the party showroom and just share men's clothes. So he gets men's followers.
Well, here's the thing too, Ricky. Posh Party users may have 1 million followers, but if you can't get your listings up to 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000 listings, you're not going to make sales anyway. It's not about the followers. You want to have a good amount of followers and you want to have a quality amount of followers, but the followers are not going to make you sales. It's your listings in your closet, and you got to keep listing to make sales and have that fresh listings in your closet. So followers are not going to get that done for you. You're not going to increase your sales just because you have 1 million followers if you don't have a lot of listings in your closet. So that's what you want to focus on, is listing. The followers will come natural. They'll come naturally.
Build it and they will come. The more you list, the more that people will follow you. When you list a new item, if somebody is following that brand, and people follow brands, you list Ralph Lauren and you're right, new from Ralph Lauren, they're going to click on it and then they're going to follow you. You get new followers from listing.
Yeah. And the listings are what's going to make the sales for you. So,
oh, I saw a big one. Oh, I saw a big one. Come on.
So try going above on packaging. I always get 5 stars. Dollar Store has stickers, jewels, and ribbons. Decorate, and that package so beautiful. Maybe they feel bad to give me anything less than 5 stars.
I had a pair of
We are having a baby. Yep. Thank you.
Knee-high J. Crew Booker boots, and I had to put them in a totes boots box. Like, the box was huge. I had no way to wrap it. I secured it in a big bag. I wrapped it in Flamingo wrapping paper, and she loved it. She's like, it was a big present.
Yeah, Patriot Picker. We always keep our women's items higher because we're getting more sales with women right now than men. I'm working on building my closet, and it's great that I'm still making pretty much semi-daily sales to daily sales right now. But it gives me the chance to build my closet right now. So by the end of the summer, I plan to have it at about 250, and she's going to plan on having about 500 listings by the end of the summer. Our goal is to get her closet to 1,000 listings by January. That's where you start to get on autopilot, and the sales just come in almost automatically for you. There's not much work you have to do besides sharing and list.
Like,
I mean, you don't have to do the following, the likes, and follow games. Yeah, minimal listing. You just want to keep
commenting back when someone comments to you. Just maintenance at that point. We have a plan to get my closet up to pretty much 1,000 listings. It includes having a lister and photographer as well as me doing it, because we have to combat my sell-through rate. Yeah. Which has always been the biggest kick in the keister. I'm like, yeah, I hit 325. All of a sudden, I'm like 300 like at the end of the week. I'm like, and I'm still listing.
Gary, if you're wondering about the 30-minute method, we do have a video on that in our YouTube library. So just go search 30-minute method. It'll tell you everything you need to know about the 30-minute method and how that works. So just take a look at that. Yeah, I'm getting more men's sales right now too.
And getting a lot.
They're coming in. It has to do with the
stuff. Like, you keep wrapping bottoms.
What is our main source right now? Our main source is thrifting and garage sales. We're actually branching into bulk buys and wholesale buyouts, stuff like that. So we have the inventory. We need to get the inventory. We found a couple of websites which you might share down the road with you guys.
Gotta test them out though.
Gotta test them out first. That we can buy bulk buys on and wholesale buys and all that. So we're gonna try those out, see how they work. If they're worth it, then we'll bring them to your attention so you guys can have another avenue of selling under your belts. And
told you we had a plan.
And get that going. So we're working on all that.
We have a plan. It's gonna be fun half a year. So yeah, me getting up to 1,000. Yeah.
I'm doing the 60-minute method.
The 60-minute method. See, at night, I do Poshmark for 2 hours straight at night. Like, I'll buy it at 10 o'clock. It's after dinner. It's after YouTube. And just relaxing on the couch. We're watching some TV, and I'm just sharing from the party, and then I'll share my closet. I don't feel stressed about
thanks,
it.
Gary.
You know, and I get a lot of activity at night. That's like one of my favorite times to like do like a full party. Daytime parties, I might not do the full party at all, you know, but I share my closet multiple times throughout the day. But 2 hours doesn't feel like 2 hours when you're doing other things.
Becky, men's sales are going to be a little slower than women's sales right now, but they're going to pick up. So definitely don't just abandon men all the way and focus on women. Keep listing those men's items. That new feature that we talked about earlier is definitely going to help with men's sales. They're going to come and they're going to start flooding in, and you're going to get more men's sales that way. So don't lose focus on men's. Just kind of put it to the side for now and start, you know, list a couple men's items a week, and eventually the men's sales are going to be just as strong as the women's sales. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
Having these new feature that Manish told Jay about.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to make it so much easier for men to find the clothes and then buy the clothes.
Lisa Goldman is falling asleep before the 10 o'clock party. Yeah.
East and the West Coast, it's like 7 p.m. Oh, yeah, that's hard to get to, you know, but East Coast time, it's 10 p.m. And it's just, I get it. I've actually like adjusted my sleeping pattern. Once I started going hard into Poshmark, I shifted it to like go to bed after the party, like after midnight. And Jay doesn't go after midnight. He goes to bed about an hour and a half, 2 hours before me, but he wakes up before me. So he handles business 2 hours before me, and I handle business 2 hours after him. We've extended our time of business because of the Posh Party. East Coast.
Where do they see love notes?
Okay, so love notes, when you go to your closet, open up your closet, go to about at the very top, and then you'll see scroll, and you'll see your love notes, and you can even go to see more. You can also see what you've left as a buyer, you know, and how many. You can do that for anybody's closet.
Yeah.
Anybody's closet. You open it up, you can go to about. But it's only 5 stars that have actually left a love note.
Most of Robin's sales happen between 11 and 3 a.m.
See?
11 p.m. and 3 a.m. Yeah, the West Coast is, that's got to be probably East Coast time, I'm assuming.
Because West Coast, they're still up and about. Like, it may be midnight for us. It's not midnight for them. They're still like, oh, okay, maybe it'll start winding down soon. But, ooh, those boots are cute. You know, like, it's late for us, but it's not late for, like, most of the other country. And I sell a lot to California. I sell a lot to the West Coast. I sell a lot to like even like Texas and Arizona area. So that's also why I pushed through the midnight, burn that like midnight oil.
Yeah.
Because I know that's where my sales are.
Central time in Texas. So she's 1 hour ahead of us.
Okay. That's not so bad. Still get that hour.
Yeah, a lot of people are up in the middle of the night and just don't have anything to do, so they go online shopping, and
I remember being in Texas and being like, why is the party going on right now? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're used to them starting at like 3.
Yeah,
like
Texas and California, that's all where a lot of our sales go as well.
I mean, I get them. They're big states. You know, they're humongous states. I get that. So like numbers wise, it makes sense. But
so here's a question that came in. So while at parties, do you recommend sharing the whole party if able to? So you mean every item in the party? It's just going to be impossible because they keep coming and coming and coming.
I share what I wear.
We recommend sharing your whole entire closet to the party. And then what I do is I just start sharing at the top of the party, and I go bang, 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 just one listing after another for about a half hour or 45 minutes or until I feel like stopping. And that's enough shares for me. And Karen goes through and picks and chooses what she likes and style and all that.
So men can only filter all men's stuff in the parties in the main party showroom. Like, you know how there's different tabs to it? You could go to the host pick one. You could go to the designer or the new tags. You can't filter men's or kids from those yet. I like to go into the designer one. And then, you know, because I'm like, hey, these people have money. The people that like these things have money. Plus, I find it's a lot of people that sell higher end stuff take better, you know, they care more about how things are presented. I really like to share those items because they look better.
And yes, we do share our whole closet right now.
Yes.
Karen has about 300 listings. I have about 100. So it's not that daunting of a task, but we will continue to share our own closet when Karen gets 500 items and even 1,000 items. Sharing your own closet is the way to go, even if it takes you an hour to do so.
Some people with higher like numbers, like in the 5,000-8,000 listings, they do them in batches. They'll share like their first quarter, take a break.
Yeah.
Take 15 minutes. Go do another 20-minute stint, take a break. Like leave it open where they left off and then finally get through it in like an hour.
So I'm not sure if hosting a party gives you more sales. Do you know anything on that?
Okay, so when I hosted a Posh Party, it was pretty much almost a year ago. I saw an increase in activity, like, whoa. I can't remember if it was like crazy sales, but I was getting a lot of followers because people wanted host pics. I was getting a lot of comments and, hey, check out my closet. So like I was getting a lot of activity. So I think I couldn't tell the difference in sales or what came from that or what was natural. But yeah, there was a lot of activity. And guess what the Poshmark algorithm likes? Activity.
Yeah. So I'm scrolling through my feed. Tanikia says, and I just saw someone reserve one of my listings. How does that happen, and what exactly does it mean?
When it says it's reserved, it means somebody clicked on buy it now and or make an offer, and they're in the process of either completing that. It goes on reserve, so two people can't be in mid-purchase simultaneously. You can't actually go onto a reserve unless you're going to actually buy it. So somebody's possibly buying that item from you, or they're very, very close to it. They might have went in there and they're like, I don't want, maybe, maybe not. I've had items go on reserve that sold, and I've had items go on reserve that I'm like, anytime now. Then all of a sudden it like disappeared once I refreshed, because they backed out of the sale.
Kristen, of course, we're going to the Connecticut Thrifting Meetup. And speaking of the Connecticut Thrifting Meetup, if you guys are in the New England, New York, New Jersey area and you want to have an awesome time, we are having a Connecticut Thrifting Meetup next Friday and Saturday. And we're starting in Manchester and thrifting our way down to the Waterbury area. Then we're going to stay a night at the hotels in Southbury. Everyone's going to mastermind, have dinner together, and talk about their different side hustles and how they make money. And then we're going to wake up early in the morning, and we are all going to garage sale caravan out to a bunch of garage sales and hit them up on Saturday. So if you guys want to make that, jump on the Facebook and join the CT, what is it, CT Thrifting group?
Yes.
Connecticut
Thrifting Meetup group.
Connecticut Thrifting Meetup group on Facebook. Did you link that in the description?
I can.
We'll link it in the description for you guys. If you're around and you want to come.
Once it publishes.
Can't wait to see you too, Kristen.
Yeah. We're not staying at the hotel.
No,
I think
she wants her own bed because of her condition. So.
It's not no condition. Condition is my kiwi. Yeah, but I think I want my own bed because sometimes hotel beds.
But we will be at the hotel for the party. We'll probably stay until around 11:30 or 12. So we will be there all night, and then we will be back in the morning for the garage sales, because I will not miss a good garage sale caravan. They are so much fun.
Want to see what Jay got at the garage sale last weekend?
Are you going to show him no, that was like 2 weekends ago. Show him that one.
Oh, yeah. I thought, yeah. Oh,
that's going right on eBay.
Bum, bum, bum. Nintendo 64 with Mario.
And we got it for $7. It's going for $100 on eBay.
Two controllers. We got one of them has the memory card in it, not this one. That one does down there. Yeah, it's all complete and it's good. And I was like, I thought the guy was gonna charge us more for like the game. He's like, no, $7. I was like, okay. You try not to be like, okay, sure. You try to play it cool.
Not 500. They go for about 100, Ricky. So it's still a good investment for $7. How many followers did you get when hosting, Karen?
I really don't remember. I don't remember. I wish I paid attention, but it was the week of my party. They put out like things saying these are the hosts of the week. There's like a Poshmark Closet that puts out these announcements, and that's where people see it and they're like, oh, go follow all the hosts, And then the closer it got to the party where it's actually like future future parties, and then you're actually in that little bubble, people will be clicking on that like 24/7. I was getting like, and I was getting a lot of shares from people trying, you know, and I get it. Hosts only get 100 host pick per host, and you get 10 of your own items, so 90 is not a lot to go around.
What app do you use for giving information, etc., about your closet, such as make an offer?
For giving information? What do you mean?
That's the question.
Give information, make an offer. Oh, like making signs that say like make an offer, offer on bundles. Oh yeah. Like I was saying, a beautiful mess is very simple to make words on any picture. Me having a lot of flamingo theme, I just type in open source flamingo cartoon or whatever, you know, like for image search, and I find one with a somewhat clean background and I make words on it. Or some people do like a beach scene, or, you know, if you have cactuses in your closet, or somewhat themey.
So guys, if you are new here and this is your first live or one of your first lives and you just tuning in to us now and you haven't subscribed yet, definitely hit that subscribe button. We'd love you guys to subscribe and follow us. We do these live shows every Monday and every Friday, both at 8 o'clock at night, and we put videos up throughout the week. So definitely subscribe and hit that thumbs up if you haven't done so already, and give us a thumbs up. That really helps us. Also, if you're new, what we're doing, and if you guys are already on the email list, you already have a chance to win. But if you are new here and you haven't gotten on our email list yet, not only will you get that free 6-part video workshop sent to your email, one video at a time, so you will get emails from us with those Poshmark workshops and stuff like that. And when we have other promotions going on, you'll also get an email on that stuff as well. So you'll keep informed and up to date with us. But we are also going to be picking a mystery box winner next, not this week, but next week after the thrifting meetup. We're going to buy some stuff for the mystery box winner. So if you get on our email list, we're going to pick an email directly from that list, and we're going to email you guys and let you know that you won the box. Basically what it is we're going to pick 3 or 4 items from the thrifting meetup, and we are going to send those items out to you guys at pure profit. All you got to do is list them and sell them. So we're not going to give you crap. We're going to give you good stuff. I think last time we sent out some 7 for All Mankind and some Page and stuff like that. So we do give good stuff in these boxes. They're good, solid brands that you can definitely make at least $35 a piece on. So if you want a chance to win that and you haven't gotten on our email list yet, definitely click the first link in the description of our video, and you guys have a chance to win that box. So first link, email list, you're good to go.
Winner, chicken dinner. I see emoji. I saw the chicken. That's why. Ricky, cross-posting is not in their like laws or terms of service. However, you cannot promote that you cross-post. You cannot say in your listing, post it for cheaper on eBay, post it for cheaper on Mercari. You can't say that. But I will tell you that like the majority of everybody in this platform right now, like everybody in this chat room,
cross-post from eBay to
yeah.
Poshmark,
you know, so
else.
Just hear no evil, see no evil, do not say it, just do it.
Yeah, don't promote it at other sites, but you can cross-post whatever you want.
eBay is the same way. eBay, you could do whatever, but you just can't say, hey, I'm selling this here. So is Poshmark similar? Yeah,
Lynn Morgan has a great tip, and she says this might already have been said, but when I see the invite to the parties, I check out the people hosting the party, and I go and start sharing their items before the party starts. Great way to get a host pick. Definitely do that, and you'll definitely see an increase in host picks coming your way. And host picks are great because they get your item out to a ton of people, and
it's kind of like a rite of passage too. You know, I remember my first host pick. It was my bridesmaid's dress for his brother's wedding. It's like, oh, that's crazy. My bridesmaid's dress.
Crystal, that's probably an eBay item, I think. A vest that employees wear at Planet Hollywood.
Probably.
That's more of a kitschy item, more of an eBay sell. Look up comps on eBay. You'll probably find somebody has sold one of those at one point or another. So definitely stick to eBay with that one. And hope you get a good sale on that. Found a pair of dojos, but they will not sell.
It depends. Dojos have different generations. If they're older dojos where the 7 kind of looks like slashes, they will sell for less. If they are altered and altered poorly, like, you know, kind of like because they come long. They come with a 34 or 35-inch inseam, 35-inch inseam. So most people have to alter those. You get it to an actual person that can, like a seamstress, they do it fine. Those will sell for good dollars, especially like the newer dojos. Older dojos with a chop job, not as much money, you know, but they should still sell. I would relist them if they're just
relist them, and that's good thing to do.
Make sure that the 7s are showing in your main photo. I hate when I see like 7 for All Mankind dojos and it says it in the title, it says dojo, but all they show is like the front. That's not what's going to tell somebody it's a dojo. Those 7s on the back pocket are going to tell people it's a dojo. So they want to see it. People are very visual. That one picture is going to make people open your listing.
Yeah, branch out to eBay. All right, guys. That's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
If you're new here, definitely click the first link in the description. Get on our email list. Hopefully you guys will win a mystery box from us, handpicked items sent right to your doorstep. And don't forget, if you haven't gotten that 6-part free video workshop from Poshmark yet, definitely click the email list for that as well. You're going to get 1 video a day for 6 days sent right to your email box, and you'll be able to watch these videos. They're not available on YouTube, and you can only see them through emails. So definitely get on that list. That's going to do it for us. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you haven't done so yet, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you're new here. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night, and we will see you live on Monday.